Most sales opportunities don't appear out of nowhere. They're usually hidden in everyday conversations. You just have to know what to listen for. Today, I want to share about how I'm really good at having conversations, let's put it that way. Someone writes a post, I'm in there commenting on it. I have systems every day. I'm showing up in set communities because I feel that you have to give to get. If I am doing posts and I want people to engage with me, then I have to show up. And I want you to think about a time when you've posted, you haven't had a lot of engagement. People tell you that they're seeing it, but can they give you a like? No. Why are they holding on to them? They're free. I don't know. Anyways, that's a whole thing about the media part of social media. However, when you get a comment after having, you're putting it out, you're showing up, nobody's telling you anything, and then you get a like, or even better, you get a comment, how do you feel? Do you feel seen? And what if it's from someone who you really admire in your industry, who you're following secretly? Maybe you're not giving likes and they don't know that you're following them, but don't you feel pretty lit up? That is the first start, is when you show up for other people, you're just gonna make their day. And that's what it's all about, letting them be seen. So as you're leaving meaningful comments, not just yes or an emoji or a GIF or GIF, whatever you call it. And meaningful, I mean like a short sentence, like, yes, I agree because, or in my experience, I have also found this, or that's not been my experience. So you're leaving a meaningful comment and then they are going to reply. And I'm so good at this that it's actually a problem of success. And I want you to have this problem too, where you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I only made 20 comments, but then you have 50 notifications, because not only is that original person responding to you, but other people are seeing it, and you've created a little flywheel of conversation going on there, which is amazing. It's an amazing thing when it happens. However, so in a specific example, I'm trying to think of where a conversation turned into an opportunity to show you how this works. I know in past videos, I have mentioned where, let's say that I am talking to someone in the business community and they are sharing about how they help people get confident on video. And I wrote a meaningful reply to it saying, it's something that I'm working on. I've just started my YouTube channel. I'd love a follow, something like that. Or I'd love a tip even more before I ask for a follow. I'd love a tip to how I can keep showing up even when it's hard. So not only have I acknowledged that they're an expert, I'm asking them for advice. And we're having this conversation. And then from there, we've gone back and forth quite a few times. Why don't we grab a coffee chat? This is too good for just the chats. I'm feeling that maybe we have a collaboration in the works because we have similar audiences. And from there, I have created collaborative, we've been on podcasts. If someone has a podcast, I speak on theirs. I don't have one right now, but now that I have YouTube, maybe I will have some guests come on. I have also done lead magnet exchanges where we each have something valuable and we will email each other's lists and help grow our audience as well as serve our existing audience. So that's always fun. But workshops together, again, so any way that we can lift each other up, show ourselves as a hero to our community, and just like build that business, build those connections. So that is how I had a specific way that a casual conversation turned into an unexpected opportunity. And the clues that I listen for when I am talking to someone that there might be an opportunity to help is I am always thinking about, I have some core offers. So I have some done for you, do it yourself, I have my discovery calls. I have 3 different versions of it. I don't call them discovery calls. They're actually, I have a strategy prescription where if someone's having a marketing problem, I invite them to hop on a call and let's work through one problem that you're having. If you have a block, you're struggling, it's a free 30-minute call. If you want one, comment below. I will send you my calendar link. But I don't like to, I'm an introvert. And I don't like to have calls for the sake of having calls. I want them to have meaning. I want them to give value to someone else. And what a great way for them to experience what it's like to work with me. And it's also creating different opportunities in conversation of, hey, if this was helpful, you know, like there is no strings attached, but you can make a genuine offer at the end of the call and just say, I have these 2 things that might be of value to you if you want to pick up what I'm putting down. Some of them are just collaboration chats because it doesn't make sense. It's, you know, we're looking for how we can grow together and support each other. So I have a couple that I can call on. And when we're looking at the clues, to get back to that, what I am thinking about is which of my offers, sometimes I will give them a lead magnet, get them on my list, but how can I, if it's appropriate, if it makes sense, how can I add even more value to this person? And sometimes it is just a conversation. But it's that curiosity that I keep bringing to the table of let's just have a conversation and see where things go. Worst case, I have met someone who, if I hear someone else who's looking for the type of service that they offer, I can refer to, and hopefully they'll also do the same to me. But that's what visibility is. And what did they say? The best way to learn something is to teach something. I personally feel that the best way to sell something is to talk about it. And not only just to talk about it with them to sell something, but to let them think about it. For example, I just had networking yesterday and I met with one gal who has a challenge, a video challenge next week. I was talking to someone else who said, yeah, I have to get more confident on video. Well, I remembered that conversation. It was in a Zoom meeting. There was only, I think, 3 of us in the meeting, but because I heard her say that, I remembered it. And I've seen this woman many times, week after week. We've had coffee chats, we've done collaborations, we've done a lot. She was actually the woman who I was referring to at the beginning of the call, or of this video in my example. Anyhow, I connected them because I remembered. And because I've had these constant conversations, I feel like it is, my reputation would not be on the line in a negative way if this other person did join and I was the referral, because I have confidence in that relationship. So these are just different ways to think of clues. How can I help this person? How can I give value? Then you're bringing that curiosity to answer those questions and kind of, you know, navigate. If it's a yes and you have something like, hey, I have this thing that could make your life easier. Do you want it? And how can someone become better at spotting opportunities without making every conversation feel like a sales call? Just like I said, when you're coming from a place of service, from a place of lifting up, how can I help? It doesn't even have to be me. It could be someone in my referral circle. And I think it's classy to ask before you send a link. Hey, I have this thing. Are you interested? And then when they say yes, you can drop it. Because we're not going into DMs without warming anybody up and just saying, bleh, here's my offer. That does not feel very good. It doesn't feel very good at all. And more than likely, if you're doing that, you're going to get blocked. And then you're not going to actually be able to interact with the people who you want to interact with. So here's my big takeaway today. Opportunities rarely arrive. They rarely arrive with a flashing sign. You kind of have to dig a little in the dirt, have these simple conversations, ask questions, because when you're curious, that is how you find those opportunities. Remember that image of someone's digging in a cave and they're looking for a diamond or gold? I think they're in a mine, and they're going, and they've been doing it for like miles and miles and miles, and they give up. And then what we can see that they don't see is like, if they kept going for another foot, they would find what they're looking for. That's what it's like with conversations. And it's a whole snowball, because the more conversations you have, the more people see you. Again, another conversation I was having in a DM, I had someone reach out to me. I've had coffee chat with them in the past. We're just in similar circles, but we haven't seen each other in a while. And she asked me very specifically, how's your school community going? How's your growth lab offer going that I have? And I was thinking, we haven't messaged. We haven't had conversations. I haven't been in a meeting with her. So I asked her, how did you hear about all these? I mean, they're going well. Thank you so much. I'm very excited about them. But how did you hear about them? I don't really, I don't remember us talking, and I want to know what's working. I said, I don't know. I've just been picking up, I've just been hearing it out there. It's because I'm talking to people about it. So I don't know exactly how she saw it. I'm going to ask her again, if she can tell me, because you gotta just keep doing what you're doing. And it doesn't feel like people are seeing you. And then all of a sudden you get surprised and you get people referring you, introducing you to other people, asking you, hey, I'm ready for that thing right now. Can we work together? It's a long game, just like YouTube. This is my 4th video. I had paused for a couple years. I think my last video was like 2 or 3 years, 3, maybe 4 years ago, actually. I just started again 4 videos ago at the beginning of this week. It's a long game. I'm investing in it. And let me tell you, my very first video this week, if you look, I was definitely following the script and hitting the pause button and looking at my notes and trying to remember what I was thinking about. And now I'm referencing, I have some prompts, and just to keep the conversation on track, I have some notes, but I am speaking from the heart and from experience. So it's a long game. The more you do it, the more comfortable you become. And I want you to remember, content creates visibility. Conversations create those opportunities, and relationships create sales. That's the positive flywheel that I want you to be building in your relationship, that you are cultivating and doing inside of different communities where you are. Even on your own posts. I'm in my school community, the Marketing Momentum Collective, where we practice building all these habits that we're just talking about today, and everything that I'm talking about inside of all of my videos from this point forward will be, how can we build relationship marketing habits, get comfortable, be more visible. We want to build. When we talk about it, as I said before, when we talk about it, we become more confident in it. When you can do that in a safe space, then we talk about, okay, where are my people hanging out? Now that I've practiced and I've had people start responding to my posts because I figured out the formula or whatever works for me, then how can I take it into these other communities? So before you go, I want you to take your best relationship building activity and practice. Have one conversation, and the goal of that conversation is going to be listening for opportunities, not creating them. We can create them with a little bit of a guiding question, but I want you to listen for what are people saying that maybe you can help with, and grow both your business and serve them at the same time. All right, I'll see you in the next one.